You know, for the longest time, all the buzz around AI has been about the applications, the chatbots, the image generators, you name it. But the real story, the one that's going to define the next decade, isn't the appliance. It's the electrical grid that's being built to power it all. Today, we're going to go behind the curtain and really explore the hidden infrastructure of this new AI economy. So here's the core idea, the one thing you really need to get your head around. We need a totally new mental model for AI. Stop thinking of it as a collection of apps you buy from a software store. Start thinking of it as a fundamental utility, like electricity, that's going to power the entire next wave of innovation. This isn't just another tool. It's the literal foundation for a new economy. So how is this new grid actually being built? Well, we're going to break it down into 6 key pillars. We'll look at the data engine that fuels it, the new pricing models that define its value, the workforce that's building it, AI's real impact on the physical world, and what might be a surprising first mass market. And then we'll bring it all back to that grid analogy. Right, first things first. Every utility needs a power source. And for the AI grid, that power is data. But look, it's not just any data. We are talking about high-quality, enterprise-grade data activated by a whole new generation of intelligent systems. This is the engine room of the new economy. At the heart of this new engine is something we call agentic AI. Now, think less of a chatbot that just answers a single question and more like a digital team member that can take on a complex project and see it through. These systems are proactive, they can plan and execute multi-step tasks with very little human input. And this isn't just a theory, not at all. The grid is already being built. The major enterprise players are all in. You've got AWS providing the foundational plumbing. Salesforce is weaving agents directly into its CRM. ServiceNow is using them to automate incredibly complex business workflows. This is the real industrial scale build-out of the AI utility, and it's happening right now. But here's the catch. Raw data isn't enough to power this engine, not by a long shot. We need a true marketplace for high-quality, reliable data. And that means having clear sourcing, expert validation, rock-solid ethical licensing, and of course, secure integration. Without this kind of governance, the entire grid becomes unreliable. Okay, so if AI is a utility, how in the world do we pay for it? That brings us to our second pillar, the new economic models. And I'll tell you right now, the old way of buying software, it's basically obsolete. You're no longer paying for access to a tool, you are paying for a specific measurable outcome. This slide really just lays out the fundamental shift in value. The old model was all about access. You paid for a license, a seat, whether you used the software or not. The new model is all about impact. You pay for what the AI actually accomplishes, a resolved customer ticket, a qualified sales lead, a blocked fraudulent transaction. You're paying for the result, not just for the tool. Let's look at a concrete real-world example. Klarna's AI assistant now handles the vast majority of their customer service chats. It took the resolution time from 11 minutes all the way down to just 2. That is the kind of tangible, bottom-line impact that makes this outcome-based pricing model so incredibly compelling in the boardroom. Now, this creates some fascinating new challenges for leaders, right? I mean, how do you budget for a service that is constantly getting cheaper to run? We're seeing the rise of hybrid models like Salesforce's Flex Credits that blend a subscription fee with usage-based pricing. The key takeaway here is that the cost of routine cognitive work is just plummeting. But of course, this new infrastructure doesn't build or maintain itself. And that brings us to our third pillar, the people who'll actually build and maintain this AI grid. The skills, the roles, even the very structure of our teams, it's all being reinvented as we speak. So think about this. AI has made it unbelievably easy to generate code. But this has just created a new problem, a new bottleneck. As the sheer volume of code explodes, where is the new constraint in the system? What's the new choke point? The new bottleneck is validation. This quote from the developer community absolutely nails it. The challenge is no longer writing the code, it's making sure that the massive amount of AI-generated code is high quality, secure, and actually maintainable in the long run. And this is reshaping the workforce in real time. We're seeing totally new roles pop up, like the Chief AI Officer. There's a huge surge in demand for senior engineers who can validate and review code, not just generate it. The most valuable skill is no longer just writing code, it's having the wisdom and the experience to know if it's right. Okay, let's move from the digital to the physical, because the AI grid isn't just floating around in the cloud, it's having a profound, measurable impact on the real world. This is our fourth pillar. This is where AI actually touches the ground. And the scale here is just staggering. We're talking nearly 17 million new EVs hitting the road. each one a data point in a massive network. Over 4 million industrial robots are building the products we use every day, all orchestrated by AI. And we're adding a gigawatt of renewable energy to the grid every single day, a system that would be absolutely impossible to manage without AI.
This is where AI gets really real. It's optimizing our energy grids to fight climate change. It's automating our factories to make them more efficient and resilient. And it's transforming healthcare with powerful new diagnostic tools. AI is no longer just some abstract concept. It is a fundamental part of our physical world.
You know, every new technology needs a killer app to really go mainstream. Well, for the AI grid, that killer app has turned out to be the creator economy. This is our fifth pillar, and it is genuinely one of the first and most mature markets to be built almost entirely on this new AI infrastructure. The numbers are just mind-boggling. Goldman Sachs predicts the creator economy will be worth nearly $500 billion by 2027. Other analysts say it will easily top $1 trillion. This is not a niche market. This is a major force in the global economy.
And the money is flowing from a really interesting place. Almost 70% of creator income comes directly from brand collaborations. So this isn't about chasing ad revenue. This is about creators building real, sophisticated businesses and becoming media companies in their own right.
The data tells a really clear story. Credibility has completely replaced virality as the most valuable currency. Almost half of all full-time creators now own their own brands, and they are all in on AI, with 84% using AI tools to run their businesses more effectively. They are the true pioneers of this new AI-powered economy.
Which brings us right back to where we started. For years, we've been distracted by the shiny new appliances, the AI apps. But the real story, the fundamental shift, is the electrification of the economy. The real value was never in the toaster. It's in the power grid that makes the toaster possible in the first place.
And at Meens.in, we're focused squarely on building the future of this infrastructure. We provide the core systems, the governance, and the automation that will make this AI grid reliable, secure, and ultimately scalable. We're not just building for today, we are building the foundation for the entire next generation of AI-powered businesses.
So the grid is being built. The first wave of innovation is already here. The question for every leader, for every strategist is, what comes next? What new industries will be born from this? What old industries will be completely reinvented? The age of AI is really just beginning, and the opportunities are truly limitless.